Over the years when I've been making content, I've seen the years where a lot of us will make content and just go at each other, right? And I'm so glad we have walked away from that era and we're focusing more on, building the community up, making sure we good, moving with one band, one sound. And also this one sister is going to talk about that as well, because I want to go more deeper into this, why we should always focus on empowering Black America instead of destroying it.
Black people are starting to wake up. We are no longer speaking negatively on our own people. And for those of you that did not get the memo and you do not want to be a part of the solution, do us all a favor and simply stop being a part of the problem. If you don't have anything positive to say, anything uplifting to say about our people, simply don't say anything at all.
Simple message, but to the point, because you have to understand media is warfare. And propaganda is real. This is why they never put out good images of Black women. They never put out good images of Black men. They always want to show the worst of the worst of each other. And racism, white supremacy always want to show the worst of Black people, because that's how they keep the anti-Black racism going. Because we know in our community, the majority of our people do the right thing. The majority of our people are good people. We know this. But if you look at the media, or even social media, you won't think so. There are people who are encouraged to make a lot of negative content about us as Black people so they can collect coins, especially on TikTok. Man, you scroll through TikTok, and I really think TikTok is the worst platform to tear down Black people. Let me tell you why. I don't see that kind of content on YouTube. Every 5 minutes is always about breaking off somebody's relationship, leaving your marriage, saying this and that, doing the most egregious things. I seen a video of a Black woman walking in a fertility clinic talking about, I choose to be a single mother, and a bunch of women was sitting up here congratulating that. Now, we know that's not the majority of Black women that think like that. I know that, because when you get outside, talk to Black people, we don't think like that. But constantly being fed that mess, that's a bunch of negativity about Black people and trying to continue a stereotype. A lot of that kind of content, a lot of time block it. I don't want to see it. I don't want that in my algorithm. I don't. I want to see Black people, empowering themselves. I want to see Black people doing good. I want to see people getting married. I want to see brothers starting great companies or careers, sisters doing the same thing. I want to see y'all as a family on vacation. A family vacation, having a great time. But as a responsibility, especially when your platform grows to certain levels, you got to have a certain responsibility. I understand the responsibility I have. So certain things I just don't say. Now, at one point in time, I would have said it, because one, I don't have the knowledge I have now, of course, and at the same time, my platform wasn't the size it is now. That's why there's a lot of content I used to make back in the day that I would look at today. It's like, that's silly. It was a waste of time. I took a lot of that down because it just didn't make no sense. As you learn better, you do better, right? And we should always focus to empower ourselves. Now, it doesn't mean we can't call out each other for wrongdoing, because chastisement is love. But when you're chastising somebody, it's not nothing mean-spirited. You say, look, this is what you're doing wrong. This is how you fix it. And hey, you fix it. Let's go on and just keep working together in the community. But if you never hear nothing good, if you never hear nothing empowering, everything that you're talking about, if you're making content all day, how horrible a Black woman is, and a Black woman this, Black woman that, and Black woman, then don't you got something else to talk about? Same thing about a Black man. If all day that's all you talk about is how horrible a Black man is, then what are you doing? And I'm telling you, the money they're giving you is pennies. If you think about it, look at our billionaires and millionaires in the Black community. Just look at them. They're not making content all day talking how bad Black people are. They're doing whatever they're doing. You understand? And I'm so glad a lot of brothers and sisters have woke up to that, because I remember when it used to be like that on YouTube, women and men going against each other. I'm so glad that era is over. I'm so glad brothers and sisters are focusing on the community. I'm so glad brothers and sisters have put that childishness behind us. and we moving forward. And I tell you, that scares white supremacy, because when we are together, when we are one, we get things done every time. And all the BS they try to pull on us, all the sabotage, it don't work like that because we are together. See, together, nobody can mess with us. Nobody. This is why they always trying to pit black men against black women all the time. Because as long as we fighting each other, we not watching them. As long as we fighting each other, we not progressing. The only way we're going to progress is being together as a community. Whether you're single, married, or whatever, if you're a part of this community, we have to work together. Now, of course, there's some black people in the community that's no earthly good, and I'm not telling you to deal with them. I'm not telling you. But even them, let me tell you something. You think I don't get sent news stories about those types in the black community? I can be talking horribly about even them. Do you see me making video about Pookie and Ray Ray all day? It'd be too easy for me to make video about Pookie and Ray Ray. You know why I don't make video about Pookie and Ray Ray? Because them white folks don't make videos about Connor all day and his antics. And if he do something which is egregious, they give excuses for it. So if Pookie and Ray Ray do something, I have to give an excuse for it too. Because them folks don't believe in tearing down their people, no matter what they do. And they do some horrible things. Look at how they was up here protecting Epstein. Trying to not release the files. Like, bro, who would defend a person like that? They would. But it's about empowering our community. Once again, yes, we have a right to talk about different issues within our community, but there's even a way to do that. You don't want to do it in a way that you're coming across like a bootlick. You understand what I'm saying? If you're sounding like Brandon Tatum, then you're not talking about things to help us. You're talking about things to get a racist audience. You understand? I think somebody had tagged me in the clip. He was talking with Jillian Michaels. All right. She wouldn't bring me on her show. Because all that makes you talking about black people say, hold on. Let's talk about your people a little bit. Let's go ahead and get into them. Because they don't want to talk about them. They want to bring you on there to talk bad about black folk. I am not going to go on none of these shows talking bad about my people. It's not going to happen. No. If I'm going to talk about black people, I'm going to talk about black people with black people. I'm not going to go in no mixed company talking down on my people. I don't care how horrible a black person is. You don't have a right to talk about them. I'm going to talk about them. But unfortunately, people like that who are bootlicks and shines, they do anything for I thank God every day that I didn't have to sell my soul to do what I do. I'm so glad. I am so glad, and I thank God for it. That's selling your soul. If you got to sell out your people for $1, you got to sell out your people like these people like these people don't look at you the same way now. But you got to sell out your people just for a platform. I didn't have to do any of that. I can sleep at night knowing that I didn't sell out. You know what I'm saying? And we all know, and shout out to Professor Black Truth when he said white supremacy break his tools, and they always do. I'm not their tools. So there's nothing for them to break. They didn't give me APAC money and everything else. No. Nope. So when you start taking money and interviewing certain people and being on certain platforms, they own you. They control you at that point. And there's no walking away from that. Where you going to walk away to? The black community not going to mess with you. So yes, we should always seek to empower each other, put each other on game, and certain game not meant for these platforms. Because there's a lot of game that I don't say on these platforms. I'm more willing to say it on my app. I'm more willing to say it to you face to face, but definitely not on a platform like this one. I won't. No, it's too many ears listening. I know the ear hustling. They are not like my guts and watch everything I do and listen to everything I say. Because sometimes as black folks, we talk too much. So yes, continue to empower each other. Don't listen to content where people just downing black people for no reason. That's dumb. You downing black women for no reason. You downing black men for no reason. Because when it comes to that relationship content, as a man, all you got to do is find one woman. That's it. As a woman, all you got to do is be picked by one man. That's it. Who cares what millions of men are doing? Who cares? All you got to do is get one that's not doing it to you. And that's the simplest way to think when it comes to that mess. That's why I don't engage in that conversation. But y'all let me know what y'all think about, this, but continue to uplift each other, to empower each other, because that alone is revolutionary.